some folks like to get on some extra early, right? Some folks like to jump on in when the fire is hot. But I like to let things breathe. Also, I understand how the algorithm works, and mine would just take a shit. And we're gonna be completely just trash. So we're gonna discuss what aspects does Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, need to address in this video. And there are a hell of a lot of things that need to be dealt with. Um, because of from the trailer, because of the background and everything. Um, the state of the MCU, the state of just understanding Marvel comics and more, the politics and more. And I was considering how I was gonna approach this video. I think it's been about a week or so when from when I first saw the trailer, and shout out to Miss Kendra from the Crimson Cure, because normally I either get it from like MCU or like Rob from Comics Explain or Geek Culture Explain. But this time it was completely unrelated, and I was like, damn, how did I miss the trailer? And it was like a week later, so it's been a couple weeks or whatever. But we're gonna break everything down. Y'all know how I do from my perspective, especially as a black man. Right? What's good, y'all? You dub back here again, here in 2022. Let's get it. Let's talk that real talk. So first and foremost, and I tell people this, I am a huge. Let me just get this out the way before we get into a lot of the aspects. I I won't say the hugest, but I am a Submariner fan. Name more than Submariner. I have been hounding on the MCU. I'm like, where the hell? Y'all done got everybody. Y'all done put everybody out the woodwork. Y'all done put some minor characters out the woodwork. Where's my dog Namor the Submariner? And I said it out, I forget which video. I don't know if it was my addressing Captain America. But you understand. I have different volumes of different stuff. Show y'all I'm not. Look at this. Look at this. See this? Golden Age Namor, Volume 1. Golden Age Namor, Volume 2. We real out here. Alright? Namor the Submariner is that dude, the king of Atlantis. The original king. Before Aquaman, Arthur Curry. Alright? The first mutant. The first dude. Right? In the era of the invaders of Captain America, Steve Rogers, Bucky Barnes, and doggone the original Human Torch, Jim Hammond, the android. Namor, right after Superman, Kal-El, Batman, Bruce Wayne, them. I don't even. I'd have to go back. It was Wonder Woman. She might have been a little bit before him too. I'm not even sure Captain Marvel Shazam was out yet. He one of the oldest cats. Best put some respect on that man's name. You better put some respect. And let me explain why Namor has not been involved. Oh, Under the Sea, I hear they're changing up the story, so the origin. So they gotta address Namor. They gotta address Atlantis. Why are they attacking Wakanda? And it actually works beautifully because if you know Marvel Comics, there's a storyline of Doom War, and I think Namor did go at it with T'Challa and Wakanda and whatnot, and as well as we'll see. And again, you have like the CIA and stuff involved, and we'll get into more of that. But so why is it will it come to aid and see what it is? How are they going to do Namor? How are they going to do his abilities? Is he going to have the winged feet? Is he going to be just with the water? Like how are they going to do this? So need to address Namor. Now I knew it was. I forget if it was in Infinity War where they talk about there was an earthquake below Wakanda, or was that the end credits of Black Panther? I'm trying to remember. That's what I hear. I said it's that time. Or they actually do. No. Or it was either in I think it was in Infinity War or it was in Endgame where they alluded to a fucking earthquake. I'm like, oh my god, no, finally, we finally fucking get Namor. Y'all don't understand how pivotal it is for Namor to be in the world and more. Y'all got all these other. They pulled out Shang-Chi, so they better pull out fucking Namor. Let me tell you something. If they write Namor adequately, let me tell y'all something. Y'all ain't ready. If y'all not a Namor the Samaritan fan, if you want a hardcore rule, if you want a guy who go at it, for y'all fans of Killmonger for that, y'all ain't ready. Y'all are not ready for Namor. They better write him right. They better write him right. Number two, they're gonna have to address the death of T'Challa. All right, I know they're taking it with Chadwick Boseman. It's untimely passing, as people say. Untimely death. And they pushing it for real, and it actually works. It actually works on so many regards. Also, this T'Challa, if you understand versus Marvel Comics, he was far less experienced, far more experienced, far less, mature. He doesn't seem to have the same level of intellect. He didn't seem to have the same level of skill and fight. So he was nerd, but it worked in the MCU. And he seemed like the second one because you had Peter Parker's in. No, don't be started on that ridiculousness of why they chose him as a high schooler. But anyways, I digress. But it seemed like T'Challa was like 25 or something. He was young. He was really, really young. He was just coming to his own, just getting the heart-shaped herb and more relatively and whatnot. So we're gonna have to see how they address it. And they better handle this with care. Memory. Don't just no. Y'all gonna explain. Drop a or at least hint at how he died. I need to know. I understand you didn't, and I figured this would be the case. And people are like, oh, I get it, and it works also with the MCU because Captain America has gotten old as far as the Steve Rogers. Tony Stark's dead. Black Widow's dead. They aging out and they're offing people. So it works. We're gonna have to address that. You're gonna have to address the elephant in the room. What they're gonna have to address in the room very delicately is who the next Black Panther is going to be. People throwing out Shuri, people throwing out Akume, people are throwing out the leader of the tribe, the black dude who challenged T'Challa, right? Of the gorilla tribe, them. People are throwing out potentially T'Challa's future wife and things of that nature. I'm open, but I'm also like, let's pump the brakes on this one. They're gonna have to prove. It's gonna have to make some sense. It's gonna have to make some sense. So, how is someone gonna? Is it gonna cause a civil? Is it gonna cause civil unrest? Which Shuri in the comics, because you can say Shuri, but the usurper, it caused static. Because the Black Panther isn't this just super. The Black Panther isn't just about. It's a symbol of Wakanda, right? The Black Panther is a symbol of the leadership of Wakanda. The royal house, like it's very, very important. Which it actually was alluded to and highlighted to, not just alluded to, but showcased and highlighted with Killmonger, with the whole thing. It is very vitally important. So it's gonna be very interesting how they're gonna handle that. Another one, the death, the impact. We already see a lot with Mom. She's a grieving. She was the queen consort. Excuse me. Then Shuri, we see it with her. The love interest, wife aspect of T'Challa. I'm just gonna view her as the wife of T'Challa. How it is Okome, like everybody, the entire nation. How are y'all gonna address the grieving process and stuff? And I hope they adequate. Come on now, I have faith. Cause y'all handle my dog Dr. Stephen Strange and Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness, which is my favorite movie of all time. It became watching in the middle. I'm like, yeah. So for so many reasons I could get into, that is my favorite movie of all time. And it's not recency bias, it's so much that they did. And what they did with Shang-Chi, and in my perspective, Captain Marvel, my perspective, obviously in a lot of people's perspective with the original Black Panther, and others, Iron Man, the MCU does a phenomenal job. So this is going to be very, very delicate. You're going to have to deal with the political situation. Because not everybody's going to be doing this with the Queen. Who's going to be the next in the line of succession? You're going to have to deal with that aspect. You have to deal with, is there going to be a civil war? Are there going to be clans and tribes that are going to try to break away? Is it about to be a splintered nation? Because T'Challa's gone. It was below. How is it going to hold up? They already showcased, with it almost seemed like pirates, like there was some getting kidnapped and stuff. So you're gonna have to address the connection with the United States in the West. You're gonna have to address that aspect. And they kept saying colonizer, colonizer. Well, y'all gonna have to really address that with new colonial. Go hardcore. Don't pull back. Be highly put. I'm hoping for high key politics. Not even any shade. Just like X-Men level, like a Black Panther, and it's Black Panther, and it works with the comics. Unfortunately, we can't get King of the Dead and stuff. But hold on now. Oh, or they possibly can use T'Challa from dead because he should be with his ancestors. So hopefully we get that T'Chaka back. Y'all could do something with the child with Bozeman. Come on now, make a Do it with the bats, the Panther God. Go further into the mythology and the lore of the Black Panther. All right, go further in lore with that aspect. Let's see. Go further with the economic situation of it. Go further. Remember, T'Challa opened Wakanda to the world. Or some people want to close the borders. Like I said, pull straight from Black Panther comics. Are they going to start an empire? Wakanda forever. That actually included, there was a Wakandan empire in Marvel Comics, and in the future it becomes galactic and shit. Is Wakanda become a world power? Was Killmonger, the ideology, did Killmonger influence people? So T'Challa's ideology and Killmonger. See, to me, Killmonger was too extreme. But are they going to go down the Killmonger route? Are they going to re-isolate? You're going to have to address those aspects, right? Address the aspects of the social. Go further in. We saw the royalty in it. Go further into Wakanda itself. You feel me? Go further in technologically. Address the military. How they going to deal with warfare and stuff? How they going to deal with the opposing threat? Now that already you had during, believe was Endgame, yeah, where in Wakanda. Well, further that, are they still impacted from that? You feel me? Because they lost a lot of good men. You said good women. They lost a lot of good soldiers there. You feel me? Um, you know, so there's a lot of that aspect. How long has it been? How long has T'Challa's death been? So how long has this structured? Because it can't be too long. Because like 6 months, they're gonna have to do something. Are people going mad at the queens in charge? Like you got to address all of that. Let's see. Those are the major points. Um. Oh, this. They could introduce Storm. It would be T'Challa's wife. They could introduce Storm, or at least allude it. One way to roll into the X-Men and start rolling in, utilize Storm. That's actually who could become Storm. Become the maybe tie in Storm. Maybe Storm is of Wakanda. That's one way you could do it. Revise her origin. Storm is in Wakanda. Start there. Do something with that. Storm's in Wakanda. Will the Domalache, or however you say, I don't want to butcher it, but the guard, are they going to take over? How they, because they're loyal to the throne, but for how? There's just so many aspects you got to look at, and I'm all here for it. And we could get further in depth, but just from the trailer, just so many questions, and they just wisely did it, and it showed that happening on the bliss and not, but it also showed the death of the leader, a great man, death of a ruler, great ruler, death of, is this going to be the fall? Wakanda forever. So how is Wakanda going to survive through this tumultuous time, this unprecedented time? Was T'Challa assassinated? You feel me? Was T'Challa trying to be peaceful and got murked on the outside world? Because at the end of the day, yeah, he may have been superhuman, you may have been enhanced, but he was still a man. You understand? So it's gonna be very, very interesting. Very curious how they're gonna handle this. I have faith in them because Kevin Feige, I mean, Ryan Coogler, they killed that shit in the first one. This one, ooh, it's gonna be bad, and it's gonna be monumental for the rest of it. Technologically advancing more. What's gonna be done, especially if they go to war. Like, we're gonna see a full-fledged war, Wakanda at war. Now they're actually gonna have to defend their homeland because folks know about them, and they probably want that vibranium. They want that technology. So, ooh, how it's gonna change everything. And just like Shang-Chi, I haven't watched Eternals, but Doctor Strange 2, and some people talk about Spider-Man, but I know Shang-Chi and Doctor Strange 2 changed everything, changed the whole landscape. This might be on that vein. Are we gonna get potential multiverse version of Black Panther? Could that? Oh my god! If they, because he wasn't part of the Illuminati, we didn't see him for that one. But there's a whole multiverse. Oh, it could destroy, but now this would be ballsy. This would be great. But we gonna have a Secret Wars and shit. What? if we have a multiversal version of, and ooh, and I know I'm not the only one. What if it's, and I know they probably won't do this, and it's kind of, but what if it's Killmonger? What if Michael B. Jordan? It's a multiversal version of Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan as he normally is. What if Michael B. Jordan? That would be great justice because we saw the Baron Mordo in that other universe, and we saw another Doctor Strange. So what if it's Eric Killmonger? It was Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan, but this time he's not as Gregor. Maybe he was raised in that one, and maybe he's a refugee. Maybe something happened with Wakanda, and he's displaced, and if they do, oh, come on, make it happen. Oh, that would be beautiful. Such poetic justice. And we see Killmonger come to his right. Come on. Let's go. And maybe he's cool with a Namor. Maybe he allies with Namor. Maybe that's how we get it. Wakanda and Atlantis. You know, the water people, the sea people, kind of got the Native American blood. You got the black folk. Africa, all right? Coming together against the West. War against the West. If they do it, bro, let me tell y'all something, man. If Atlantis joins Wakanda in an alliance of nations, most powerful nations, come on, baby. Please. I'm always saying, well, come on, man. I'm here for it. If Wakanda and Atlantis are united, let me tell y'all something. Does Namor take the throne? That's another thing. Does Namor rule both nations? Maybe Namor is blessed by a god. Listen, I'm here for all those two options. Either alternate universe, Black Panther, with Eric Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan, or Namor. Hey, listen, them other ones, but to me, yes. Come on now. Come on. It might be the Marvel fan in me, the comic book game, it might be them. But Namor or Killmonger, alternate universe Killmonger. We are here for it. Now they might not do, but hey, listen, Multiverse of Madness opened the doorways, and they did it with actually no, that broke open Pandora's box. What opened the doorways was cause think about it, you had Tobey Maguire, the veteran Spider-Man, you had Andy Garfield. You feel me? We already got multiversal jazz that's been going on. Come on now, Marvel. You got two. Come on, Marvel Studios. Y'all got two. Come on, Ryan Coogler and Kevin Feige. Come on, don't fail me now. Because a lot of people would be very upset if there's a female Black Panther. Just saying, there was a two phenomenal of his people I know, and it would be so fascinating and it would be beautiful with Namor. And maybe he marries a Storm. I am advocate of getting Storm in here. That's how you introduce Storm. Storm the first of, because y'all wouldn't push the female. Storm the first of the. Well, no, alternate universe of Professor Charles Xavier. You know, Professor X was already with the Illuminati, so we already got that. I'm just saying. Come on, man. These two options are beautiful, and you can definitely explain it. You can definitely maybe. Oh, or maybe the Killmonger don't, maybe the Namor don't, but because Wakanda forever, maybe just like in with the Illuminati, they were advanced. Maybe, or maybe they need help. They reach out. Maybe they reach out to Doctor Strange, and with America Chavez and much brings in because he's like my people, and that would be amazing. The war over, they need help. They send out the distress call. Then all of a sudden a portal opens. And fucking, the Wakandan galactic. Maybe in one universe you do have the Wakanda forever, and it's the galactic Wakanda, and they forces come in there, and they come in like Endgame, but this time to save Wakanda, bro. And you see the oh my god, so many amazing options, bro. Come on, y'all can't miss with this. Y'all cannot miss. Come on, there's too many. Just think about it. This, and with Shuri and the distress, we need help into kind of how Nick Fury get the distress card to Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers. Interdimensional. Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever. You get another universe's Wakanda come help you out. And that would be a with Secret Wars, because it would be interesting if they combine the first and second Secret Wars. But I'm not gonna get into Secret Wars. That's so much, and I would love to see more information. But there's so much they can do with Secret Wars potential. You know, and with Kang. Oh, and that's another thing. The whole aspect of Kang is Kang gonna be a. If Kang the Conqueror is involved in this movie too, Kang could be involved in this movie as well. There's so much they can do. You can say this is stupid. No! There's so much. The Ten Rings, the way they had with Shang-Chi, and then the way Doctor Strange too did with the eye and taking care of the multiverse, helping stop the breaches and stuff. They've been with the Eternals with Peter Parker. They've been tying everything again and not extending. So they gonna have to do something. They're gonna have to do something big and major. They're gonna have to. Unexpected warning, like, comment, subscribe. I didn't know how long this video was gonna go, but I just, as I was doing it, these ideas came. There are some huge things. Come on now, these movies are addressing some big points. So, come on, y'all better hit with this. Y'all better hit with this. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace. Let me know your suggestions. What would you like to see from Black Panther 2, from Wakanda Forever? And how do you think it's going to impact? Do you think this is going to further lead to the Secret Wars? Because apparently all of it's got to be tied in together for it to all make sense. So I trust the direction that Kevin Feige. I trust Ryan Coogler. I trust that Marvel Studios is going to do this properly and handle it delicately and more, as well as explain the politics and more. Go heavy handed. Don't pull back the sauce. I mean, they went heavy handed with Jazz with Infinity War and Endgame. They went heavy handed with, and you can't say they won't do some other plain stuff, because with the Tenry with the mystical side with Shang-Chi, and then further heavy-handed with the mystical and more side with Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness, they could go heavy-handed with this. And you can go into the realm of Bass and bring things up. And now I'm fine if it's the Gorilla, Chief dude. He's a great option as well. But, these other options would be amazing. Amazing. But whoever it is, if it is somebody, they need to prove themselves. Even if it's sure, like, you're gonna have to explain some shit. Is all I'm saying.